Hello friends, welcome back to Big Fish Tales. Today I'm here at the pond complex at the VA, and I'm right here with Casey King, who's down here fishing for some bass. And so let's find out what his big fish tale is. Okay Casey, so where are you from?
I've been in Myrtle Beach for 30 years.
30 years? So you call yourself a native now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what got you into fishing?
It actually is too convenient for me because I work on the Grand Strand Market Common.
Right.
And I live just off of it, so it's on the way home. So I carry my fishing rods in my car, and on the way home, it's just a right turn. So I pull in, I fish for 15, 20 minutes. If they're biting, I stay. And if they're not biting, I leave.
Okay.
Come back the next day.
So what is the biggest monster you've hauled out of one of these ponds since you've been fishing last year?
Well, last year was just a largemouth bass, which for me was maybe 2 or 3 pounds. So it was not a big one, but for me fishing right offshore, it was huge. It was
right. It was your first big one.
Yeah, it's first big one.
What did you think when it jumped on there?
Actually, because I was so used to using worm all my life growing up in West Virginia before coming here, that I was surprised that a fish would bite an artificial lure. I really didn't think they would bite artificial lure.
Really?
So I was kind of surprised that it actually worked according to the plan.
Well, you know, when you see all these pros on TV at tournaments, when they're using nothing but that, you can't argue with success, right?
Right. Well, I think it's just, to me, it was just, mental. Just
right.
Getting past the idea that you didn't have to use worm or some kind of a food bait, and they would actually bite anything that looked good to them.
Right, they do. Especially certain times of the year, right?
I learned that trick too.
You found out about the spawn, did you?
Right. So last year when I started fishing, it was right at the height of the spawning. So that it was probably the best and the worst time to get started. Because it was the best time to get started because as soon as I started fishing, I caught fish. Easy.
And you were hooked then,
I was hooked. And then it stopped. It stopped about June or July. It got harder to fish. So I was kind of misled by my first successes.
Well, I appreciate you telling us all about your foray into fishing. Tell me, what is it you found that you like about fishing? What keeps you coming back time after time?
For me, it's the meditative property of it.
Right.
That I can just put the lure into the water, and sometimes I'll listen to music and I'll jerk the rod to the beat of the music. And I've caught fish that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I've caught fish.
Well, I'll have to remember that myself.
It's just something to do, And actually, I teach at the college, and I had a student from Coastal Carolina's fishing team this year, and that was very, very interesting. We compared photos. His were a lot better than mine, but yeah, it was great. I feel like he was very lucky that I had a student who was a semi-professional fisherman.
Well, now let me watching you cast there. Are you right or left-handed?
Left-handed.
Okay. Which makes it pretty easy to find a bait casting reel for yourself.
Are they more?
No, because you're using what's called a right-handed reel.
Tell me more.
Let me close this up and we'll talk all about it. Okay, friends. Well, that was Casey's story, and I think it's a lot like a lot of ours. Let us know in the comments what you thought about his tale and compare your story to his story. Let's hope that everybody has a good day of tight lines. This has been Big Fish Tales at the VA Pond Complex.